For Danica Angela Marcos, the weirdest, let alone the saddest scenario was to watch her grandfather's funeral, live on Zoom, seeing her cousins crying on a screen but not able to reach out to comfort them because of the lockdown.
My grandpa passed away towards the end of last year, and that was really hard because you couldn't, he lived in California, so because of lockdown and because of the pandemic, me and my family couldn't fly over and couldn't say goodbye to my grandpa. We had to sit and watch a funeral on Zoom, which is such a difficult and weird process.
Many Europeans, like Marcos, have undergone similar experiences during the novel coronavirus crisis, since it was declared by the World Health Organization as a pandemic. Schools closed, flights grounded, hairdressers and restaurants shut down. Only grocery and shops selling essential goods in most countries were among the few that were allowed to open, requiring customers to wear masks and keep social distance of more than 1 meter.
Yes, it can be a bit uncomfortable, it can be restricting. I think if you haven't left the house in a while and then you go out and you put it on, it can take a little time to get used to. If it's going to save lives, I don't see why people are so against it.
With life being changed by the virus, many people in Europe have been eventually getting used to wearing face masks outside, working from home with pajamas, gradually shifting their social and professional life online as one way to adapt to the new normal under the pandemic. The European Commission posted earlier in April that the lack of standardized documents has caused inconvenience to people traveling within the European Union. A new approach is underway as the European Union is introducing a digital green certificate to remove obstacles to free movement within the EU. It is intended for each EU citizen who has received a COVID-19 vaccine, recovered from COVID-19 or had a negative test result. It is also open to family members if they come from a third country nationals who legally stay or reside in the EU and citizens of Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. At an unexpected speed, 4 COVID-19 vaccines have been approved and put into use by the European Union, let alone vaccines from Russia and China in some other European countries. According to WHO Europe Office, only 10% of the region's total population has received at least one vaccine dose and 4% has received both, as of April 1. Vaccines present our best way out of this pandemic. However, the rollout of these vaccines is unacceptably slow, said Dr. Hans-Henry Kluge, the WHO Regional Director for Europe. In a recent press conference with President of the European Council, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom stressed the necessity for an international pandemic treaty to accelerate the international cooperation in the fight against COVID-19.
The time to act is now. The world cannot afford to wait until the pandemic is over to start planning for the next one. We must not allow the memories of this crisis to fade and go back to business as usual.